Brazil's sports betting and esports landscape.
So welcome again to this panel. We're going to be discussing the Brazil esports betting and esport landscape. Before we start, I want to emphasize 2 or 3 points very quickly, and then we start with my experts that comes from different backgrounds. So first of all, we're talking about a market that been legalized since 2018. And since that, like last year, Brazil made a number of $20 billion when it comes to the gaming industry, and that's a really a huge number. Second point is that we're talking also about the third player in the world when it comes to esports viewership, and that's also a very interesting number. So that's why I wanted to emphasize those 2 points that may be like a key to our discussion. We're going to talk about the regulation, also the acquisition, and the specifications of the Brazilian market. So without further way, I want you to welcome with me, first of all, Oliver Lietz, which is the founder and CEO of Nanocosmos. And I have also Felipe Funari. Please come to the panel. We have also Felipe Funari, who is the founder of W7M Export. We have also Semeniuk Vitalii. He's a Esports product manager in Beta. And we have finally Mr. David Carruthers, the founder and CEO of David Carruthers Consultancy. So we're going to start immediately our discussion. So welcome again, everybody. So I would love to start to give the point to my panelists, first of all, with a quick introduction of your profiles, and then we're gonna start with the questions. So go ahead, Mr. Oliver.
Hello. That's better. Good afternoon. My name is David. You can pronounce it Carruthers or you can pronounce it Carruthers. It just depends if you're Latin or you're Scottish. I say Carruthers. Anyway, I'm a young-looking 68-year-old. I've had 50 years in the gambling industry. I used to be called the bookmaker. Now I'm called the digital entertainment expert. And I'm looking forward to giving you my views on the Brazilian market and how it's evolving and how it's changing from being a betting market to a digital entertainment market.
Hi everyone, my name is Vitalii. I originally from Esports. I have like 15 years of experience in organizing different events, different scale. Currently I'm Esports product manager at Better. We are the company that provides sports books with content and odds in esports and sports.
Perfect. Nice to meet you. Go ahead.
Hello. Hello everyone. My name is Felipe Funari. I'm from digital media marketing since 2013. We founded W7M Esports 2017. It's a esports team. We've been champion in Rainbow Six Siege mainly in the last couple of years. Several championships, and we work a lot with public companies, you know. We work with Banco do Brasil, Serpro, and other things, and regulations and everything are very near to us because of esports, not only for betting, but for the market as well. So I hope I can add value to our conversation.
Perfect. Mr. Oliver.
Hello, my name is Oliver Lietz. I'm the founder and CEO of Nanocosmos, based out of Berlin in Germany. I have a technology background, working in the broadcast and media industry for over 25 years, and we have a live streaming platform which we provide for live casino and live sports betting. Technology platform with a global internet, which has a growing audience also in Brazil. We are very much focused on getting our Brazilian audiences growing as well. We have a booth here at the show as well, so very excited to be here.
Perfect. I want to start with you, Oliver. Again, you just talked about the video streaming industry. So I want to know how live video streaming can help for sports betting and also for esports generally.
So what we do is that we provide real-time streaming. That means that you can create an interactive experience for your audience. You can create betting around your sports events, esports or live betting. And you can further engage and grow your audience and monetize your video content, which is much more valuable than in just doing streams, viewing and watching, consuming it. So what we provide is a technology platform which enables these interactive use cases for betting, either in esports or in sports betting environments.
I got it. Thank you so much. And Felipe, we talked earlier about the acquisition, and you talked to me about some specific regulation in the Brazilian market. Mm-hmm. We've been talking also about the Latino American market. So I just want to ask you about the acquisition process. What changed since 2022?
Okay, first of all, we had a Brazilian regulation for betting. All the betting companies had to do a regulation in Brazilian government. And the second step is the Minister of Esports are going to public audiences to Brazil to make sure we have a right regulation for esports betting. That's a huge step forward because esports used to be just user acquisition, not through esports, but through audience. And when we make the change for this and we have like doing big steps forward to this, it's going to be a good way to have nice new users, to grow the betting and everything, new FTDs. That's a huge thing for betting companies. So I think it's a good way to go forward.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Vitai. We've been talking also about the esports funds. I want to know, how do you guys engage esports funds, like when it comes to the sports bettors? How could we increase or enhance the engagement rate?
That's basically, let's start from a couple of numbers. Currently, like different sources, they state that it's like from 23 to like 40 million of esports fans in Brazil. And it remained like one of the top countries in esports in terms of earnings. It's like 60 million of prize pool money were earned by Brazilian teams in recent years in different disciplines, having Rainbow Six top one discipline. And we see that, you know, for a lot of companies, it is sometimes very hard to get to this audience when to esports one. So everyone is expecting that this audience is behaving and consuming content in the same way it is like every other segment of their audience is consuming. But it's totally different. They act faster, you know, they scroll your page faster than your promotion is loading on your page sometimes. And you have to speak a very, very different language to this audience and to utilize very different communication channels here. And this is where we are like, yeah.
If I may add, to different type of games, you have different type of language. Each game do you use and advertise with?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you so much. So, Mr. David, 50 years of experience. How do you see the Brazilian market today?
Well, I actually, the panel that was on before this was asking...
If you can just speak louder.
Was asking the question about jackpot or blah, blah, blah. You know, I have a different word. I just see opportunity. The opportunity here is humongous. Now, it's got a history in the recent years of esports being very successful and have a high density of people participating. But now, because the old-fashioned gambling is regulated and proper and will be supervised, it will become more acceptable to these participants and these participants' influencers, i.e. their parents, to participate in gambling activity that's associated with their product. That will also be, and what's been said already, wholly dependent upon creativity. So the industry needs to develop the right product for this customer. Now, everybody can play roulette. Everybody can play...
Could you please change the mic next to you?
Everybody... Hello. Everybody can play roulette. Everybody can play baccarat. Everybody can play a slot machine. But the esports environment needs to encourage the product producers to produce the product that's digitally aligned to the esports environment. A younger profile, more fun. As you said, the UX needs to be really fast, super fast. The payout needs to be super fast. The win needs to be maybe moderate rather than high, because they participate on the long term.
Yeah, I just want to stay with you on this last point. When it comes to the Brazilian or the Latino American market, what are the specifications? What is the difference between the Latino American market than the European market, for example?
One answer, zero. I mean, the motivation to participate in Gamble cuts across all cultures. It's not about English versus Portuguese versus Mandarin. The motivation is adrenaline, excitement, the challenge of winning, the euphoria of being successful.
Thank you so much. So Oliver, I want to come back to the live streaming technology. We've been talking about unique challenges and solutions. Could you please emphasize what are the challenges that we can talk about today?
There are always challenges around even technology-based, where you want to send a live stream from any place in the world to another place in the world, and that creates a lot of challenges around network availability, stability, quality of the video stream, and you want to always create a high user experience. That's what connects to what the other panelists also said, that you want to create unique streams, which is going beyond standard gambling, which everybody knows, like casino gaming. But there's a lot of creativity and a lot of great opportunity for vendors to create new user experiences, but they need to rely on good technology, making that possible, and that's the challenge for Brazil, but also for the global approach to make that available.
I got it. But what about the content? Today everybody's talking about the content, AI-generated content, influence content. Earlier, just David talked about it. So how this change coming through the social media impact the live streaming industry?
So there are different types of content, existing sports content where you place bets on, but there are also new types of applications around that, creating new mix of existing content. But what we hear more and more is also this influencer-based gaming, where an influencer is doing a game and other people are watching that and then placing bid on that. So that's also new types of content which are created based on existing, but also live content.
I got it. Thank you so much. So let's go back to Felipe and talk technically.
Yes.
I'm going to stay on the social media and relatively to the Brazilian market again. What are the most social media used when it comes to acquisition channel? Like I saw some statistics yesterday about the most platform used, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitch also coming through, and also TikTok. So what are the most updated like social media platforms that you use, guys?
The most updated platform for the social media is different in which type of game we are using for it. I mean, the product is the same worldwide. We have to have new products. It's very, very much true. Not only for the betting companies or the games that you play, but for entertainment as well. So TikTok is the biggest one here in Brazil nowadays. But I mean, it's not only TikTok. It's the content format. It's how you work with it, how you play with it. We have a lot of opportunity in esports. If we get a few data, the Brazilians are getting used to betting. It's a huge market, as you said in the early start, but I mean, we have a lot of people here to bet still. Yeah. So just in esports, we had a growth of 97% from 2023 to 2024. It's very, very good. It's a huge number, but I mean, we can achieve so much more, as Vitalii said, working with new things or directly to the esports audience. So, yeah.
Yeah, but you talked about that, and Vitalii, since he's talking about the acquisition, how can we like increase the numbers? Earlier, we've been talking about the eFootball and how it steals like viewers from the natural audience of football, of the game that we already know. So how is it going, like the numbers?
Yeah, but actually it's not. It helps. You know, we say it's like second half after the final whistle, because during Copa 2024 and Euro, they basically had finals at the same date, and we noticed that between matches and especially 2 days in a row after finals, like average turnover, it was increased like for 20%, and it's like huge. So it's not stealing, you know, it's helping to prolong this experience, because you don't have these matches happening all the time, right? And this is where, like, we've studied a lot of. We currently produce like 150 matches per day for eFootball, and we have a lot of data which we were able to analyze from our clients, and everything says that it's just, you know, a sweet part that helps everyone. But
I got it. David, one other question. You know that Brazil is one of the hottest global market. We're talking about a country that ranks top 3 in the world when it comes to esports viewership. How do you comment this ranking?
I think, look, it's very simple. When I was a kid and I watched TV, it was black and white. And it was only on from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until 10 o'clock at night. Now we've got 24/7. We've got almost an infinite number of channels and types of activity that you can see. The reason that esports is successful here is that it meets the audience requirements. It's accessible, it's exciting, they would love to participate. That ambition to actually participate is a big, big driver in what they want to do. Now, if I can go back to the topic before, please, because we were talking about how do you improve the acquisition through social media and influence and all the rest of it. Like, we need to embrace the fact that these new activities are improving the professionalism of the whole ecosystem of presenting to the audience. So the BBC might be very true news, but it's very boring, right? So you find the addition to that. You maintain the truth, but you're making it exciting. So if your audience is 18 to 25, you don't want a 68-year-old guy telling them the news. You know, it's simple. Like, esports is a version that has moved in that direction. So all the other associated things with it need to move too. And then you'll get a big, big win.
Absolutely. You're 100% right. So that's why I want to talk about this with Oliver. How do you think AI today impacted the market when it comes to content or when it comes to live streaming? We saw this revolution about artificial intelligence. So how do you see things today, Oliver?
AI is everywhere, of course. Everybody knows that. And for live streaming, what we do, there's the video part and there's the audio part. And what is natural is always to add the audio, like live transcription, live translation, to also grow and work with international audiences. You have a lot of people only speaking Portuguese here. You still want to connect international people from other countries. So to make this work is always best with an automated system, and AI has a lot of opportunities doing that. That's one part. And on the video part, of course, you also have get ideas together, like analyzing content, mixing things together from existing sports content to create highlights around that. So there's a big opportunity also for new content creators and new providers to embrace that and create new applications with connecting the right dots together.
I think Felipe want to jump on that about AI. Go ahead.
Just to jump on both topics. I mean, the audience in Brazil is huge, even talking Portuguese. That's not the worldwide language. It's big, but not worldwide. But Brazilians are very great at esports. We have several winning teams here. So that makes easier. Brazilian likes to cheer for who's winning. I don't know if you guys remember Ayrton Senna. Formula 1 was huge when Ayrton Senna was competing. In tennis, Gustavo Kirten in Guga, tennis was huge here in Brazil when we were winning. So we are kind of a winning streak in esports. From CS or Rainbow Six with us, it's very important to the market. And our main problem is the language. I mean, AI can help us a lot translating Portuguese to English to provide worldwide betting through Brazilian market as well. So I mean, AI can help us a lot to make our Portuguese content worldwide and helping the betting companies as well to have everyone understanding what's happening.
Yeah, Vitalii, I think you want to jump on that. Still talking about the AI and how can that enhance the industry?
Well, if we are speaking about the side of providing content and odds to sports books, this is like very important part. Unfortunately, from content side, it's not that much to add here because previously Felipe and Oliver explained everything. But if you're speaking more about esports and AI in terms of odds and everything, it's like very, very important tool, and this is part of the future, of course, in terms of detecting all different data points, and in terms of getting data from some broadcasts, like say for eFootball, for example, you don't have direct source of data. Like, this is one of the most precious parts of esports, because comparing to real sports, you get your data or incidents directly from the game, but not for everyone. Like EA Sports, they are very conservative here, and this is where, for example, you're using AI to get basically incidents from broadcast and further provide it to the end user.
I got it. Yeah, thank you. So, David, just want to ask you about 50 years of consultancy. I saw a lot of startups here, and they're trying to bring new strategies and also new technologies. Any advice to them?
Imagine you're climbing a mountain, but be prepared to climb it 3 times. It's about attitude. You need to believe in what you believe in. And if you believe in what you believe in, you're halfway to convincing an investor or a participant or a supplier or even your parents to give you the next injection of cash to keep you alive for the next 6 months. So think about it in obtuse terms. I'm not trying to invent a crash game. I'm not trying to invent something that will be here forever. I'm just trying to be successful. And the only way to be successful is to work hard.
So I'm going to just give you a last word, everybody. Let's start with Oliver, the future of the industry.
There's a lot of creativity ongoing and a lot of big opportunity for creative minds to create new applications. What David was mentioning, stay persistent and stay working hard. But I would also suggest not only getting money from investors, but also from customers. So think about proper business models to create sustainable businesses around that. And this industry has a lot of opportunities to make money. So create something unique and pick the right components to make new user experiences for the industry.
Yeah, thank you, Felipe.
I'm used to say that the best business is not the one who thrives all the time, it's the one who lasts. You know, I mean, everything that we work for, mainly here in Brazil, that we had several issues with the economy in the last couple of years. We have a huge market and a huge opportunity, mainly esports, because the publishers are allowing the teams to use esports and betting to our advantage. So, I mean, the best business is the one who lasts. Not thrives every day, but you last.
Yeah, go ahead, Vitalii.
Yeah, so actually, yeah, there's like a long path ahead, but esports is a relatively new discipline. I mean, still for a lot of companies, something that remains a bit unclear how to do it. So it's very important, you know, for different interested parts to communicate, to work together, to bring it to the next level.
Mr. David, let's finish with you. Any words?
Okay, the preparation for the future for me is very simple. We're going to see blurred lines. We're not going to have defined channels of entertainment. It's not going to be black and white TV, cinema widescreen, YouTube, etc. Everything's going to come together and be called entertainment. So esports needs to think about becoming total entertainment. and not perfect esports. Esports is part of entertainment, and that's the mindset that you need to adopt and be creative and try and try and try and try.
Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for listening to this panel about Brazil's sports betting and esports landscape. I remind you that we had Oliver Lietz, the founder and CEO of Nanocosmos. I had also Felipe Funari, founder of W7M, and also Vitalii Semeniuk, Experts Product Manager of Beta. We had also the pleasure to have Mr. David Carruthers, founder and CEO of David Carruthers Consultancy. Thank you again. You can have the records just after in the website of Sigma, and have a very good day. Thank you.